Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Hearthstone. Reset the app, let's see if the new card back and the new cards are available now. Yes. We'll now make Love is in the Air our new favorite. Here is, let's see, let's find the new card that we got. Bolster. And then this one was this gold that we can disenchant for 50. So these are the cards we got because of the end of the season. So we need to play on rank today. And I have 135 dust. That means 100 to craft. And it doesn't look like there's anything left for 100 that I can craft. I could make doubles of cards. That is certainly true, but that wouldn't be an intelligent thing to do unless I really wanted two of those cards. It's now just a matter of like 400 dust. So we've gone up a level. No longer the commons that would cost 100. This is just a, what does this say? I think that says common, but that seems to say rare. Maybe they start at rare. And then epics are next, I guess. So we're up to epics, and then after epics, which are the purple gems, which cost 400, the legendaries cost 600. Is there anything between the epics and this? Yeah, commons cost like 40 to make. I already had all of those. So is there anything between an epic and a legendary? Not as far as I can tell. So, well, so no longer are we going to be crafting things until we have 400 dust. That's fine. We're playing Druid and Rogue. Let's play some ranked Druid and Rogue. Who do we want to play as? Druid? I guess we'll try Druid. I guess we'll just kind of alternate. So, right now, apparently the Fine Brothers, the people who make all the React videos, such as Kids React, Adults React, Teens React, YouTubers React, and everybody else React.
I must protect the
they made the. I don't watch a ton of their things, but I am subscribed to them, and then for every now and then I'll watch YouTubers react to something to see who is considered, by them at least, to be the big YouTubers. Or I like the kids reacting to food. That's kind of cute.
job's done.
Although mostly dumb. Anyways, they made an announcement. Apparently they were gonna try and license some stuff. I don't know what they were trying to license. Really?
Another night on the prowl.
I don't know what they really were gonna try to do, because it's all got probably a little muddled. Because whatever they thought they were gonna try and license, it came off to the vast majority of people as it sounding like they were saying they were going to try and license and copyright just reaction videos in general, and thus try and stop everybody else who has been doing reaction videos on the internet. For probably a lot of them have been doing it long before the Fine Brothers ever did it. Because, let's face it, it's not that original an idea.
Elune, guide my lance.
How do we want to do this? If this is explosive trap, that's gonna be a shame.
For the wild. Job done.
So pretty much everybody hates him now. And then I saw some more stories as I'm seeing people talk about it more and more. People saying, yes, I got a content ID from them. They DMCA'd me. People don't understand the difference between content ID and DMCA, so who knows if they really did DMCA anybody.
I must safeguard the land.
But content ID, I suspect probably did happen. So already with YouTube's broken system, is this the newest outrage? Since last week the outrage was how YouTube's is just garbage again, and it's having people get taken down, and their videos, their channels are just disappearing, and how they don't talk to anybody, and how their content ID is garbage. So I don't know. I mean, it all kind of eventually just falls down to the content ID system is garbage. Whenever talking about YouTube, that is the default and first thing you should probably just say. Deal 2 damage or summon the sapling. Let's go ahead and deal 2 damage. This.
Nature's wrath. For the wild.
There we go. So what I find it all kind of uninteresting, the whole Fine Brothers thing. When all's said and done, I'll probably will have the exact same interest to them as I did before, which was barely any. Desubscribing to their channel actually does nothing to them. So if you're trying to make some kind of political statement and you're unsubscribing from their channel, well, that's not losing any money. If you swear to never watch any of their videos again, they'll lose money potentially there. Explosive trap. But that's the only thing that you can do, is you just don't watch the ads, you don't click on the ads, and you don't watch the videos. That's the only thing that gets you money on there. They've ruined their name in one fell swoop, which is cool, I guess, for them. As a YouTuber myself, does this help me really? I don't think it does. I mean, if PewDiePie, for a better thing, because the Fine Brothers do like a few video game things, but not that much. That's not the core of their channel. But so if you said PewDiePie just exploded and everybody unsubscribed from PewDiePie, does that mean for a second that helps me? Only if people then go seeking out somebody different and they find me, which is kind of a huge if there. It's kind of a huge if. I would much rather people find me first as step one, like me better than PewDiePie, and then at that point I don't really care if you watch me and PewDiePie. That doesn't change or do anything. As long as you're watching my videos, I'm fine. So I don't think it, only on maybe one very specific situation does one channel screwing up help me, because there's no guarantee that people are gonna watch anything different to counterbalance that. And then I am noticing a lot of people on Reddit particularly, and this may all just be Reddit garbage and not have any real reaction to anything else. Reddit and Vote, they seem to still be very much the same same sampling of the internet. So maybe that's a fair sampling, and everybody that is in the know does. Just like the Fine Brothers announcement or not, I don't know. But a lot of people have been posting reaction videos to their announcement. A lot of people have been making live videos of their subscriber count falling down, which I don't know how they're getting that data and if that data is accurate or not. And it's just not an entertaining thing to watch. Why would you want to waste your time watching numbers going down?
Well played.
So, but people are trying to get famous off of it, definitely. Very obviously. It is not a situation of this is a person who is deal 1 damage and draw a card. Somebody who has been for a long time. Deal 3 damage to a minion or 1 damage and draw a card again. Let's see. 2/2 hell. I think that works. So yeah, I haven't seen anybody big. I haven't seen like a Total Biscuit, although Total Biscuit said he has like cancer or something, and he is dying. So he said he was getting off social media because it was just irritating. I hope he really does have cancer. I hope he's not just lying about that. I don't doubt, but it wouldn't super surprise me if somebody somewhere on the internet claims that Jim Sterling is sick too, Adam Sessler is sick too. I think inherently the issue is once you start getting and focusing on people's lives, you find out they're all sick. They've all got problems. Heck, I've got problems. I don't bring them up, but I'm not dying or anything. But I could say, oh, I've got this wrong with me and I got that wrong with me. It's kind of like the
snake.
Let's do 3 damage here. Kind of like how a lot of people claim to be autistic or dyslexic, and
Well played.
they're not really.
Nature
Just to get attention, but then again, they might all be dyslexic and autistic. Dyslexia in particular is, I saw a significant increase of people claiming to be dyslexic over my lifetime. When I was a kid, I didn't see any of it. That was probably because I was a kid not paying attention, but I don't think there was any of it. And even when I was in high school, I didn't see anybody claim to have dyslexia. Maybe one person. Let's go 1 health there. But by the time I was an adult, the number of people that I'd seen in the workforce to say they have dyslexia, and they'd always say it right after they'd misread something, like, I have dyslexia, so that's my excuse. And I'm like, it felt very much like a lie. It felt very much like an excuse. It's like, you can misread things and not have dyslexia. I misread things all the time. Recording stacking, I had to read all that. I didn't like it. I don't know if anybody really likes me reading them, but I don't know what else to do there.
Snakes.
It's either sit there and be silent or read it out loud. And I misread so many words. But I don't think I have dyslexia. I don't think for a second I have dyslexia. Because I can read. It would be really hard for me to play a game like this where you have to read all these things if I actually suffered from any disease like that.
Well played.
Let's see, give a minion plus 4 health and taunt. Let's go ahead and do that.
Job done.
So, if I power these guys up and kill this guy, and then do this, I kind of have to kill this guy, so this is a shame. Means I'll only be able to do 5 damage. And that was unlucky. Unlucky there.
Another night on the
charge. There we go. There we go. How are you going to defeat this guy? If he had a spell to do 6 damage, which I think I've seen him do a couple of those, that would be alright. Now, unfortunately, he's already lost. So I'm going to go well played.
Well played.
To irritate him. Because he's lost.
Well played.
Watch.
For the wild.
I could have won that turn, but I'll give him one more opportunity. I could have attacked with this character, do 1 damage. I could have attacked with this character and do 1 damage. I like that. I like that a lot. I love it when you just can run wild on them. Alright. Let's just see. There's 2 victories with the druid. Let's keep on going. Just gonna have a druid party here. Not switching the rogue, apparently. We haven't for the past 2 games at least, so why not? Let's just keep it going. I think we may be slightly enjoying some lag, but I haven't seen anybody disconnect right now. So, if we are enjoying any lag, it's probably not in the way I would think. See, the bigger issue is what happens if, like, I mean, this is always the threat that people do. Is what happens if all the big people on YouTube go away? If it was really a PewDiePie is gone, Captain Sparkles is gone, all the Vimeo channels go away, which maybe the Vimeo things, I think, if we could get rid of Vimeo and then have half of the content ID things disappear, that would be great, but I don't, none of the music video games that for me are ever caught by Vimeo. It's always Sony or WB that are the biggest pains in the butt, or some random ad rev for a third party organization, which always sounds like a scam to me. Let's see, give +4 attack. So, but if everybody who actually made content, so ignoring Vimeo and just people that are content, if all of them went away, does that mean more people are going to start watching my stuff, or does that just mean that YouTube will die and everything will go to some other channel? And they've certainly tried to do that on the on like radios. The thought of getting rid of the record companies and trying to do satellite radio and eliminating the FCC oversight. There's certainly a thought there, but it hasn't really just been a breakout success. XM radio works alright for those who have it, but it's nowhere close to the terrestrial radio. There was 2 of them. There was XM satellite radio and then Sirius satellite radio, and one got bought out of the other and got merged, which that was kind of a nice fix there, instead of having 2 competing standards for a very long time. But nice move here. That was a nice move. So if I silence this guy, let's see. I don't know what I want to do here. I'll probably mess this up, but I'll just go ahead and do that. Is there gonna be a new YouTube anytime soon? I don't know. I don't know if in this day and age we can have new things. It seems like Twitter is falling apart and just could never make any money, so it could never stay running as it is. It seems like Facebook is, even though getting worse and worse and worse, it doesn't feel like anybody is hopping off of that. Google Plus would have been the like real attempt at that, and they didn't accomplish that. Interesting.
Snakes. It has to be snakes.
Should I go ahead and just do 1 damage here? I guess I better end the turn there. So yeah, I don't think people are going to get off YouTube, because that would mean people would have to get off search Google, and there's no way that's going to happen. And if they aren't going to get off searching Google, that means that they will be still being directed straight to YouTube videos. And if, depending how people got off YouTube, unless they just delete their entire account, that's not going to... Older videos with more views will probably get still suggested more than mine.
My shield for
So I'm really of the attitude that a rising tide rises all, which is not what I really believe in economics, but setting a falling tide doesn't rise me either. Sadly, nothing else might be the real solution there. The real answer. I just feel like I should keep on powering through what I'm doing. Why would you copy? Choose a minion and become a copy of it. Why don't you become an 8/5? I guess the 7/7 was more important to him.
Another night on the prowl.
Sorry. Sorry. For the wilds.
So this is the best play I can play, but it's not going to save me. I had another person, this is like the second or third time this has happened, which is just a statement on how few comments my videos have gotten so far. But somebody commented about how I typed, and I have a tendency to capitalize the first letter of each word, and then I explained why that I probably picked that up in programming classes and when I learned programming, and it's just a quirk I do, and I kind of like it actually as a quirk. And he responded, well, here's hoping that you quickly learn to stop doing it. And my response to this is I've been doing it probably for 10 to 15 years. So no, I don't think I'll stop, nor do I think I even want to stop. I like how I do it. It seems to make it easier to read for me, but it said it made it harder for him to read because it sounded like there was a pause between each word. So to explain it to him, at least it was like, this is a sentence, and that's the point of doing that, is to make people pay attention. So effectively he just doesn't want to pay attention. But I didn't respond to any of that or say any of that because I mean, it's his opinion, he's entitled to his opinion, and he seemed like nice. And then the comments sat there for a while, and then somebody else commented saying, so he has to change his little quirk about how he types just to accommodate you. You're arrogant as F-U-C-K. And so, while I appreciate people defending me or something like that, I don't want people to attack my fans. I don't want my comment section to be this rage thing. I can fight my own battles if I need to, and I have a tool called deleting comments that is available to me in my comment section that no one else has. So if I had a problem with any comment, I would delete it. And I do have a problem with people attacking people, so I did delete the comment where he called him arrogant. Because it's just, you're not adding anything there, and that's to protect both people on both sides. I don't want somebody insulted, and I don't want somebody to how would I explain it? I don't want somebody to embarrass themselves by posting an overly aggressive video. Let's see, we've got to do this. We're gonna kill this guy. So,
For a loon.
because I am possibly an overprotective parent, and maybe arrogant myself, I will protect people from embarrassing themselves by saying silly or offensive things by deleting their comments. Sorry, this is not a free speech zone. If you want free speech, go somewhere else. That's not what the comments on my videos are. You go make your own channel on YouTube, you can say whatever you want. Then, well, no, you're still limited quite a lot by the rules and the terms of YouTube. But beyond that point, you can avoid the extra censorship that I will put on it. And I will call it a censorship thing, because it is. I censored him. I took it out for the benefit of everybody involved.
Ready to ride.
So yeah, that's really all there is to say about that, other than just like, try not to.
Running the program.
Try not to insult people. Don't insult people on the internet.
For the wild.
It's not gonna do anything or accomplish anything. So just be the better person, at least online, where you can more easily mold what you're gonna say. Everybody play nice. That's pretty much all it comes down to, is everybody play nice. Let's see. This.
For the wild.
That. End the turn. 33 minutes in. Haven't talked about the witness. Still. Oddly enough, there really isn't a lot to discuss about the witness. That's kind of the problem with it, isn't it? It's like, oh, I solved these puzzles. Oh, I solved these puzzles. Oh, I solved these puzzles. And it's like,
Bathe in flames.
+4 health and taunt.
For the wild.
There's no super big reveal. Like, I could talk about one section I did yesterday. I did so much yesterday too. Some of the episodes I was doing, like, I got like 2 areas done. And there was one section where there was squares were painted on and the screens weren't as digital as they had been before. And as you get into different sections of it, it turned out you had to look at the puzzles from certain filters, so that the filter, the colored glass, would then show you the solution. And this all culminated in, let's see, do I want to play this?
For the wild.
Oh, wait. It all culminated in an elevator where you had to find a solution to a puzzle one way, and it would take you to the second floor. And on the second floor there would be like a blue light on it. And the blue light would change would filter out the colors so that the solution would be different. And so then you would do that solution, and that would take you to the next floor. And on the next floor would be like a green light that would filter out the colors in a different way. And you do that again and again and again until finally at the last thing there was no filter and you saw all the colors were considerably different. Let's see, deal 1 damage and draw a card.
For the wild. Job's done.
If I could do...
Behold the might of storm
No, I gotta
wind.
do 2 more damage to this thing now. Darn it. Not the greatest placement there. He should have placed this over here. Let's see.
For the wild.
I don't think I'm gonna win this unless I can really get this board cleared. Do I have any cards here that would do something like that? Not really. Nope. That's game over for me. I've had some interesting, I subscribe to the development channel of this game that recently was banned from Twitch called the Yandere Simulator, which is might change its name to Lovesick too, so then it would be called Lovesick Yandere Simulator. And it's the development of this anime game where you play as a crazy obsessed girl who's obsessed with a guy, and she decides throughout the game you can in multiple ways try to eliminate other girls from being interested or able to pursue this guy. And one of the major factors of doing that is by staging their suicides or murdering them, or just murdering them outright. So it's already a little anime creepy and high school girls killing people type stuff, and just for that alone, and the game isn't even released yet and it's already banned on Twitch. But I think there are development builds that probably have been on there. It's a dark comedic thing. But so I'm watching this guy, he does a pretty good job. And I'm not sure if he's translating this from Japanese, but he seems to be speaking English, but maybe somebody is translating and then voicing the response from a Japanese creator, because the way he speaks is kind of in such a way that it would feels more like English might not be his first language, or he might not actually be speaking English at all. He'll sometimes talk about certain phrases as if they aren't common vernaculars or words that most English speakers would know of. But so I'm watching the development of it. Slightly interesting just to go through there. This is where, in a lot of ways, video game critics start to go down the dark path, in my opinion, is when you start going along with the ride of the development of that game And it probably will never be on Steam, and I'll probably never play it, so I'm not feeling too bad about what I'm doing. But in
Bathe in flames.
let's see, +1/+1.
Bathe in
Let's do
flames.
this, and then this.
Job's done.
I think that'll work nicely. But yeah, it's rather interesting. I think in a lot of ways the Witness got its initial boost of interest and of people, video game critics loving it directly from the fact that they've been seeing test builds and getting interviews with the creator about how much work and effort he's been putting into it. Let's go ahead and do this.
Job's done.
And inherently, that's none of that matters. For any game, it doesn't matter if Jonathan Blow really did spend 12 years making the game. It doesn't matter if he put a lot of heart and effort into it. It doesn't matter if he's been giving interviews to the people and descriptions, trying to get. I mean, the reason they do interviews and stuff like that is to try to get the critics to fall in love with the games when they really shouldn't. They should be cold and objective, and inherently I'm trying my best to do that with The Witness, and when I do that, it does feel very lacking in a lot of elements. But then I have to go back to just, is there only enough room in the universe for one game like Myst every 10 years? Too. So this may very well be the best Myst-like game to come out. Is it going to have 3 or 4 other Myst-like games come out in the next few years? I would kind of like that, but I don't believe it's the case.
Another night on the prowl.
Snakes. It has to be snakes.
For the wild.
Killed this. Killed this. So now that I have a beast, I can bring this one out as long as this one doesn't die. Darn it. Now I want another beast. Just go ahead and attack here. Activate the explosive trap. Summon
Snake.
this.
It has to be snakes.
+4 health, then attack. Taunt.
Job's done.
In the turn. I think it does take considerably longer than most games to make a puzzle island world. I will grant that. When you look at like The Witcher 3 and their islands and what was in those islands, a lot of it looks like it could have just been you could have started off with a randomization function that the first step there could easily have just been I don't know if I played that at the right time or not, but
For the wild. Job's done.
but yeah, it does feel like if you start with just a random generated Unreal, or well, that was CD Projekt Red, so they used their own Red engine software, but I don't know how different it really is from Unreal. if you just had a random generated plant land and then started spending several months adjusting that,
For the wild. Job's done.
you probably would have gotten what you had in a lot of those areas. The very first area of The Witcher 3 in particular is really just one big flatland. Has one or two rivers dividing it, and then all along the edges aren't even really mountains or anything stopping you. It's just once you get far enough away, you start. It'll send you back. Alright. So, that was Druid. Maybe next time we'll play as Rogue, I guess. We did good. We got 3 victories out of that. Let's see, where our Druid's still at 37, so rather kind of low on the levels. Priest is almost to 59. That would be nice. I'm not playing a lot of Hearthstone off screen though. There's no real reason. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.